Welcome to the Inside Man podcast. I'm your host, Tim Martinez. This podcast is lesson number 2, a perfect day. So I was thinking this week just about my goals and if I was aligned with what my long-term vision was for my life, getting a bit existential. And on Saturday morning, I grabbed a cup of coffee and went downstairs and opened up my laptop and pulled up a Google sheet that I've been keeping since 2012. And it's called The Perfect Day. Now, I'm not entirely sure where I picked this up. I'm pretty sure I heard this on another podcast way back when. But it's an exercise that I've been able to maintain for 10 years now, coming up on 10 years. And the exercise is very helpful because it helps me get focused on what it is that I'm trying to accomplish in this life, but in a very granular level. There is no master timeline. That's a really important lesson. There's expectations that people put on us. Your girlfriend or your wife or your business partners, your parents, right? People put their expectations and their timelines on you. Why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have kids yet? Why are you still driving that car? Why are you still working in that job? How come you haven't graduated school yet? Right? We hear it all the time. These are expectations that people put on us. But there is no master timeline in the sky. Only God knows your last day on this earth. And it's up to you to determine what you want to accomplish while you're here. So this exercise of a perfect day has helped me set my own timelines and help me realize what kind of life I want to be living. And I thought I would share the exercise with you to help you live a more fruitful, impactful, and fulfilled life if that's what you're after. If nothing else, you can live a life more intentionally. So the exercise is relatively simple. Pull up a piece of paper, a journal, a Google Doc like I did, and write what your perfect day looks like. Remove any barriers. Don't think about other people while doing this exercise. It's really an opportunity to visualize what a perfect life looks like, what a perfect day in a perfect life can look like. Now, we know that there is no such thing as perfect, and perfect in many cases is unattainable, but if we can at least paint a picture of what we would like to see, it gets us closer to building that reality. So to start the practice, what time do you wake up? And be very, very specific. Do you wake up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. in your perfect day? Not how your day is working today, but in your perfect day. You're waking up at 8 a.m. There's no rules here. Write it down. Where are you waking up? Who are you waking up next to? And what kind of house and what kind of neighborhood are you waking up? What do you do when you wake up? Do you roll over and jump in the shower? Do you work out? Do you go for a run? Do you go surfing? What time do you do these things? If you wake up at 6, are you surfing by 7? Are you eating a healthy breakfast by 8? Are you fully showered and dressed and ready to go to get your day by 8:30, 9? Are you jumping in a car and going somewhere? To an office? You going upstairs to your home office? What are you doing? What time do you get there? What are you doing when you sit down at your desk? When you start work? When you open your laptop? What are you doing? Maybe you don't even open a laptop. Maybe you're a surf instructor and you start classes at noon. Again, it's your perfect day. What are you eating for lunch? Where are you eating lunch? With whom are you eating lunch? What do you do after lunch? What time do you wrap up for your day? How do you wrap up your day? What did you accomplish in your day? Do you have a very particular schedule that you stick to? Check emails from 10 to 11, meet with my team from 11 to 12, work on creative projects from 12 to 1, have lunch with business partners from 1 to 2. Be very, very detailed. Who are these people that you're meeting with? Do you call it quits and close your laptop at 5 o'clock and get your kids ready for baseball practice by which you're the coach? Do you come home and make dinner and sit down with your family for dinner at 6:30? Do you wind down and work on your hobbies? Maybe you like to build furniture or work on cars, sew dresses. You working on that from 7 to 8? Do you read? Do you journal from 8 to 9? Do you go to bed at a reasonable hour? Or do you hit the bar? Do you go partying? Again, it's your perfect day. Write it down in detail. I would recommend you write down everything in 15-minute increments, 30-minute increments, or 1-hour increments. Those are reasonable timelines. Then what I want you to do is revisit this. Don't ask how realistic this is. Just revisit it from time to time, maybe every quarter. I generally look at my sheet about once a quarter. And here's the interesting thing, this is the magic of this exercise, is that you'll realize you're already doing a lot of what you want to be doing. Your day may already be 50% perfect. Chances are you're not that far away from what you want to be accomplishing. And there, my friends, is where the work begins. This is where you can say, all right, I just need to put a few more mechanisms in place, tighten down the screws in a few areas, and I'll be doing pretty good. Understanding life will change, your goals will change, your visions will change. What I've noticed in my life, and doing this exercise for almost 10 years now, is that year over year over year, what I see as part of my perfect day, I've been very, very consistent. I've been hitting at maybe 80% of most of what I've wanted to accomplish. Every quarter, every year, wake up early, eat healthy, spend time with the family, add value to my community, work on projects that I enjoy. When I sit down and work on my perfect day, I'm reminded that I've come so far and I've been able to build a quality life. And my hope for you is that you can use this exercise to be mindful and intentional about how you live your life and understand that there is no master timeline out there. The only timeline is the one that you set for yourself. And everything is within reach. Now, you're not gonna start flying like Superman. That's not what I'm talking about here. But if you want a better job, if you want to drive a nicer car and live in a better community, if you want to work in a different industry or do something different for work, it's all within reach. And the secret here is that when we are more fulfilled with what we do and how we live our life, it emanates from us and we're able to enhance the lives of others around us. So the lesson here is take the time out, write it down, build out your perfect day. And, I'd love to see it. If you have questions about it, hit me up, find me on the DM, shoot me an email, get on my list. Just find me online, Tim Martinez, The Inside Man. Love to connect. All right, everyone, go out there and make a great life.